Zambia Blog Talk Radio.
From Dallas, Texas, and welcome to ZBTR TV. It is Saturday, January 18th. It's amazing how time is already flying. We've already crossed the halfway mark of the month of January, and I hope you're having a great weekend. Tell somebody ZBTR is alive and share the link and subscribe to our channel. It's ZBTR it's just at ZBTR TV. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and on X, what used to be Twitter before. All right, that commercial that I played there is about a leadership retreat. I know when we advertise things and you put pastors in there, people think, oh, it's not for me. If you serve in any leadership role at your work, you are a business person, in a community, our association leadership, and even at, family is also a leadership role. If you are in any leadership role, you're welcome to attend that retreat on February 15th, and the information is there. You can get in touch with us. All right, today, I'm excited to have my relatives on the show. I call them my relatives because they come from a certain part of Zambia that is amazing. We're talking Kuomboka Diasporas, and the theme today is we want to understand how this started, where it's going, and everything else that came with it. All right, so my first guest today is Mrs. Theodora Taylor. She's the president and one of the co-founding members of Kuomboka Diaspora. Well, Theo, good morning.
Good morning, Pastor Nathan.
How are you today? Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to say Muchwani. We are working on a seminar for me to learn how to speak laws. Also joining us is the amazing Miss Nalukena Siambango. She is the Illinois State Representative and Event Coordinator. Wonalu Muchwani.
Kinayo Muchwani Sha. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you.
You are welcome. You're welcome. All these beautiful dresses. You should have warned me that this is the way it was going to be. Well, prophetess, I thought I was your brother. No warning.
Imagine. Part 2, you will have the regalia.
No, I think we'll blame Modesta. We'll blame Modesta for this. Also joining us is somebody who's not a stranger to this platform, Dr. Mwaka Twajira Yesu. She's the spiritual advisor and communications director, Kuomboka Diaspora. Ladies, welcome to the show. And I'm looking
Thank you
forward to
so
having
much.
this amazing conversation. Miss Theo, when I was looking at everything else, then I realized that, oh my goodness, it's already 2 years when this happened. And it's amazing how time flies. So how did this start? How did this start? I mean, how did it come up? How did the idea drop into your mind? How did the Kuomboka diaspora thing come up? How did it start?
Okay. I was motivated by loving who I am, where I come from, and what I represent in this world. Well, the days of being discovered by explorers are long behind us.
I like that.
To represent ourselves to the world confidently and boldly, as the world presents itself to us, we have to first of all know who we are.
That's right.
And that's through culture.
Okay.
Yes. Throughout my academical journey, wherever I've resided in the diaspora, namely Israel and the US, culture has been the topic of discussion.
Yeah.
And yet, through these many lessons, I still felt invisible. And that's because my culture was never part of those conversations. So I realized I have to bring it to the table. So the absence of my culture at the table triggered me to create a space where we can put our stories, traditions, and also our identity, where people can see that and celebrate with us.
Oh, wow.
And that space is Kuomboka Diaspora.
Okay.
It's a unifying space for all Zambians.
I love that. You see, I like the way you have come out. So when this is going on in your mind, the absence of culture, your culture, wherever you have lived, I mean, so when this is going on in your mind, who's the first person you talk to about it?
Yes. I reached out to Miss Lillian Boas.
Okay.
Lindunda Ingutu, who is the co-founder as well as the vice president of Kuomboka. Then I prepared an audio which prepared the proposal.
Okay.
Then I sent it to the Dallas Zambian community WhatsApp. I also put it on Facebook and put a link for those willing to join us
Okay. What was Miss Lydian's reaction? What did she say?
Oh, amazing. She had the same vision.
Okay.
She has the same vision. So we reach out to the members of the executive right now, one by one, called them. And we called them and we found out they also carry the same vision.
They carry the same vision.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Nalukena, how did you hear about this? Who called you?
Well, Theo called me, Kina Nalu. I love culture and our Zambian traditions, our chitenges, our musisis, traditional foods. Everyone that knows me knows I love to cook our traditional foods. So when Theo reached out to me and told me about her ideas and plans, I was so happy. And I joined the team. I'm so happy I did.
All right. Dr. Mwaka, how did you hear about it and what was your reaction?
Yes, both Theo and Auntie Lillian called me and I said, you don't even have to say, because they thought maybe because I'm very busy, I'm like, I will rearrange everything to be part of this because I'm also very patriotic, very passionate and proud of my culture. So I just said, man, I'm on. If it means whatever you want me to do, sweep the floors, I would do it. That's how excited I was. And I
All
looked
right.
at other, communities, Nigerians, they're so proud of their culture, the Igbos, the Yorubas. And I said, my God, this is amazing. And I would definitely want to be a part of it.
Yeah. So all in your responses, the three of you, the word culture keeps coming out. And let's try to work with this. How did you navigate both you? I think by then, even if you're in Houston, you are still part of the Dallas community. How did you navigate the backlash of saying this is dividing the community? And I remember, you're gonna laugh, I remember somebody saying, oh my God, here go the Lozzies again. You remember those expressions?
Sorry.
You remember those expressions? Oh my God, here comes the Lozzies again.
I heard those expressions.
So how did you, let me start with you, Bonalu. How did you navigate that backlash? This is dividing the community. Here goes the Lozzies again.
So what I did was talk to people that came to me. I told them, no, we were not looking at just representing the Lozi culture. We were looking at representing all the cultures of Zambia, because what we're selling here is Zambia, not only Kuomboka, not only the Lozi culture. So, for instance, my friend Sarah, she's one of those people that attended our shows in Texas, and she was clad in a musisi. So I was so happy to see that, it was well received after we talked to a few people. Yeah, so I think the narrative has changed.
The narrative has changed, of course. Yeah. Both you were at the center of all this. How did you navigate the backlash? How did you navigate the backlash?
Pastor Nathan. We received punches left, right, center. But with our message of unity, everything changed. We have a few people we still have to reach out who still think probably that way. But we will continue with the message of unity to show that we are a one Zambia, one nation country. Okay. So celebrating a culture, it doesn't have to be from your backyard. As long as it's from Zambia, it's part of it.
The argument, Dr. Mwaka, was that why not form an organization which incorporates all of them? What's the word? In Chwala, Mutomboko, you just said Kuomboka Diaspora. That why not form an organization which incorporates all these organizations? If you are saying you are trying to unite the community.
What we said to them, Pastor Nathan, is to say, please feel free to start all of those and we will support. And for me, for example, my mother is from the Western province, my father is from the Eastern. So my maiden name is actually Nyurenda. So I said, I'm proud of both cultures. I celebrate both and I'm fully both. Yes. We're not elevating one and putting down the other. As much as we are Lozi, we are also proudly Zambian. The Kuomboka, for example, it's one of the biggest tourist attractions in our nation.
Yes, it is.
So yes, and so it's something beautiful. We not only are we lifting up the culture, we're also lifting up our nation. I found as we began to have these one-on-one conversations with people, they realized that, okay, yes, as much as it could be promoting the Lozi culture, we are also promoting and celebrating the other tribes, the other cultures. And I think even in the events, the meet and greet, there was a bit of, some Chwala dancers, same with the main one.
All right. Dr. Mwaka has mentioned the biggest tourist attraction in the country. One of the biggest tourist. Somebody is watching. Therefore, they are not Zambian, or like I was teasing before we came on the air. our kids were born here. All they know is Cinco de Mayo and
Cinco de Mayo.
when I look at somebody's watching and they're like, what is this Kuomboka they are talking about? Can you please explain what Kuomboka is?
Okay, so Kuomboka is the movement from the lower lands to the upper lands when the Lozi people have flooding. So that's what it means. It's the movement from the lower lands to the upper lands.
Okay, and
Yes.
it involves, of course, His Royal Majesty the Litunga and the
And
Ointua
people, yes.
all right.
Moving from here, Louis, to
Limolonga.
Limulunga, yes.
All right, excellent. Let me show some pictures here as we as we progress. It's interesting when you face so much fire, it makes you stronger. You know that?
Yes.
Yes.
So eventually, Theo, we had this. I want you to talk about this. We had the diaspora's meet and greet. Why meet and greet? Why did you call it a meet and greet? What was the event about?
Okay, so when we started the Kuomboka, we wanted to find a way to meet and continue the conversation. So we wanted to maybe do it in somebody's house or in somebody's backyard or in the park while we talk about the tradition. We wanted it to be a small thing, but we realized that people received it and they wanted to see what we can represent. So we decided, let's go ahead and go for a little event. And we went in the hotel and did an event where we wore our traditional outfits, danced to our traditional dances, and we were joined by people from all over the world. I mean, people from the United States. They came in there, and we had a celebration and fun. All those videos, we put them up there, and people now knew who we were, and they anticipated for the bigger one, which happened in April.
2020, in April 2024. Okay.
Yes.
Well, what would you say the meet and greet did? What effect or impact did it have on the community in light of the controversy that by then the controversy was still going on?
Okay, I think it actually united the community because we had people from, all walks of the communities. We had people from, people who are Chewa, people were clad in different traditional outfits. So I think it brought some unity, and I'm happy because from there, our second event was bigger than what we had. So that was really good. It was a good move.
How did you mobilize there? Because I remember I was there, and one of the things that stood out to Kuomboka is the food. The food. There's nothing that captures a Zambian when you put that Zambian food on the table. How did you mobilize? Anyone can respond to this. How did you coordinate the community to put that menu together?
Well, I can answer that. It was a little bit difficult, but where food comes, we did it from our homes. So we cooked. This one brought this one brought that. We just mentioned that the menu has to be Zambian. So we did that, and they came through. And we had
the food wasn't strictly Lozi menu or Western province. It was from Zambia.
It was from Zambia because we all eat katapa, which is called shombo in Lozi. We all eat village chicken, mbowa, which is mbowa. I think it sounds the same in all. So it was Zambian food, actually. We didn't have hopani there. That's what could have made a difference. That would have been the street of Lozi.
Why? When I walked in, that's what I was looking for. I'm looking at the display. I'm like, there's no food here. There's no proper food here. No pani. It's not Lozi. You are just no pani. No, it's not Lozi. So
Yeah.
why was there no Mupani? Nobody could bring it?
Oh, Pastor Net.
This is a lousy event. I mean, I know you are trying to unite the community, but that needs to be there.
Well, we'll work on that. We will
It will
work
be
on
there
that.
on the next one.
It will be there
Little
on the
Pio was
next one.
there, so
Uh,
that sorted it out.
oh my God, this is good. I'm enjoying this. All right, we thank everybody that has tuned in, and here's your relative. Good morning, Vasa. It's still dark in. Oh, it's still okay. It's still early in the morning. I know the sun is coming out very late. Clotilda and Josie Piri. Yeah, those are the names we need to be seeing here. You know, the Piri names. Good morning.
That's my cousin on my dad's side.
Oh, yeah, there. Says Sismwaka. And oh, yes, one of my favorite people. Go, our people.
Goodness.
Okay, let me see if I can read this properly. Mchwani Kafoshangwe. Did I get it right?
Very good.
Okay,
We've
there you go.
adopted you, Pastor Nathan. You're doing very well.
Looking good, ladies.
Thank you.
You ladies
Thank
look
you.
beautiful. That's
Thank you.
yes,
Thank
my
you.
people.
Mukwaeninji.
Muzuire, good morning. Maukabwanji, hello. That's powerful, Susan. That's powerful, Susan.
Yeah.
I like that. There's still a lot of people here. Let's go. Let's see how many we can. Natasha is watching from Zambia.
Wow.
Oh, that's my
Nice.
daughter.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Clotilda says, Mbuya, Theo, Taylor, looking fly, Mainalo, Pastor Bomokwe. Ladies, you're looking amazing. And
Thank you.
Thank you, Mbuya. We love you.
Thank you, Awambuya.
Belina watching from New York. Hi, Debbie.
Hey, Belina.
Tracy watching from Zambia.
That was my
Wow.
sister.
Hello.
Our amazing president from Indiana. Good morning, watching from Portland.
Hey, Nancy.
Hello.
Yeah. So eventually, that's everybody watching. You can see that the whole house woke up today. Yeah, that's why you had to dress the way you are dressed. Let's move to this very important event, and I want us to spend a little bit of time on this. Okay. Eventually, we had we can talk over the what. Eventually, we had this amazing event, if I may call it that way. You want to talk about this, Theo? I'll tell you, I gathered some information about this when it just happened. It's believed we were like about 250 people there. And people came from across the US. You even had, I need to say the name properly. Theo, tell us who the guest of honor was. I don't want to butcher the name.
It was the Honorable Imenda Vatuke. You can say Vatuke.
Yeah, all right. Who is Vatuke? I want the people to get the gravity of how heavy this event was. What does Honorable Vatuke represent?
He represents the Barotse royal establishment. He's not just represents; he's a prince in the Barotse royal establishment. He's also Secretary General of the UPND. So he's a highly respected, influential individual.
Okay.
And for him to fly all the way from Zambia.
Exactly. You are just taking words out of my mouth. I was just about to say, what was the significance of having a prince from the Barot's royal establishment jump on a plane and come all the way to attend this event?
It's huge. First of all, it shows how the culture is very, very strong. It also indicates how they really reinforced and supported and honored and were very appreciative of us introducing the culture to America and beyond. And Honorable Batuka is a very extremely busy individual.
Yes.
But when the team reached out to him, I mean, the joy, the excitement to rearrange the schedule and come, it really says a lot that it was not a small thing. That,
Yeah. It's how did the whole Barot's royal establishment receive this information when it was first communicated to them that their children in the diaspora have done this? I'm not talking about the event, but start an organization of this magnitude. How was that received?
I think it was received extremely well, because oftentimes when we come abroad, people assume we've forgotten our culture, we don't speak our language, we're not interested, we're now American. It's like when my own children begin to say, oh, how do we say this in Lozi? How do we say this in Nyanja? I feel so, wow, these are kids who are born here, but they're interested, So it meant everything to them.
Yes.
Because as I said, they are this is a kingdom which has been there hundreds of years. So to see their children in the greatest nation, America, wanting to introduce the culture to the community, wanting to do, it was very well received.
Bona Lukena, you came to Dallas. And,
yes, I did.
I didn't want to show your picture here. I saved the three of you. I wanted to put your personal pictures here, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Your brother loves you. Somebody who didn't attend the Kuomboka Diaspora's Gala 2024 April, what was that experience like to be in that environment?
It was amazing because the networking was so good. I got to talk to a lot of people, and I met a lot of new faces. I met most of the executive team. It was just amazing. The ambience there was so beautiful. So yeah, that's something that we want to have, every year in, year out. Let's come and enjoy ourselves, meet and, discuss a lot of things. There are a lot of things that we need to teach our young ones here and to keep our traditions going, Yeah.
Well, Theodora, one thing about these events, like Nalokena said, that networking aspect, I mean, it's like my mind goes back to that atmosphere that was in that event. How amazing was it to meet these people that you probably were just talking to on the phone, and then you get to meet them in person? That networking.
It was amazing to see all those colorfulness of the event, and to see that non-Lozis were in Mississippi all over. That was so great. That's how I embraced my Zambianness. I loved it, and we need to continue this love.
Yeah, that's true. We need to do that. All right, now before we talk about the 2025 agenda for Kuomboka Diasporas, let's take a break here. We shall be back. My guest this morning, part of the leadership team from the Kuomboka Diasporas. We have Ms. Theodora Taylor, she's the president. Dr. Mwaka Yesu, the spiritual advisor and community development. And Wona Lukena Siambango is the Illinois representative and event coordinator. There's one thing I almost forgot from the event. This is very important. During the gala, you remember, the ambassador asked the question, how many of you here are not Lozi people? You remember that question?
Yes.
And those who are not Lozis lifted their hands, and there was more of them than the Lozi people. And he said, this communicates something that is more powerful than you can realize. What did that symbolize? What did that symbolize to you? I'll start with you, both Theo, then.
Yes, I can answer that. Proudly answer that. It shows that culture goes above tribal thing. It unites us. It clearly indicates that we are children of the same womb, and that is Mother Zambia. So we came together from as Mother Zambia children, same womb, unity, and that's all I can say. Representing unity and how we love our country first.
Wona Luken, how did you receive that message? What did that symbolize to you when the ambassador asked that question?
It shows that our people in the communities have received us so well, and they like what we represent. And it was really good to see that.
It's very important. Yeah.
Well, Pastor Nathan, let me add, any organization, you can just take a look at the leadership.
Yes.
And honestly, I can proudly say our leaders, starting with our president, Theo, Auntie Lily, and our vice, Wona Munji, Dr. Nasilele, Wona Lukena, myself, Susan Mwangala, we are very open-minded. If I can proudly boast, it's been such a joy to work with this team. As much as we are very proud of being Lozi, we are also very proud of being Zambian, very patriotic, and just open-minded. We're not closed-minded and snobbish. So I think that's also why the event was so successful, because as we were reaching out, you can tell by the leaders the kind of mentality and perspective. Yeah. So I just had to put that in.
That's very important, prophetess. And Mrs. Landry says, I like that Wonaru networking. Great point. Wonaru networking is key when we gather as Zambians. And a lot of people do not realize that that's what even this talk show has done. It's connected me to a lot of people. And when we meet, it's just amazing. Mumbuna Mabi is watching from Los Angeles, California. It's good to see these people from the West Coast wake up early in the morning. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, Sanga. Watching from New York.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, that's powerful. It's like Wona Silele is emphasizing that we're indeed children of the same womb. Great point about Theo. Now, Lukena, your title is Illinois representative. Does that imply you've got representatives in different states across the U.S.?
Oh, yes, we do. So, for instance, we have Kwa New York, we have Bo Hillary, Sunday, and Kwa Seattle, Washington, we have Moka Laluka, and we have Bo Clara Mubu in Austria, and we have others across
Austria is in Europe?
Oh, yes.
And the UK.
We have someone in the UK, and we're still recruiting. We want more people to join our team because, together we can make this thing big. So we want to be everywhere. So we are open. You can be from, from a different tribe. we are all one at the end of the day. So everyone is welcome to join our team.
Excellent. Somebody just heard you make that point, and they are like, "Oh, I'm in where South Dakota. I was your what do you call him? Your Mbuya, what's his name? This Kaonde guy. He says, I want to be the representative in South Dakota. What should he do?
Oh, he can reach out to any of us, and then we'll look into it. And then obviously he's welcome to our team, so we'll welcome them.
Does he need to sit before the Barot's Royal Establishment Senate
no.
to be vetted?
Yes.
Yeah, seriously. There you go. Please add us Bembas. I want to join Wonalu. So,
please, you're
what are you
welcome.
going to do with your Bemba relative there? She wants to join.
Oh, my dear, you're welcome.
Oh,
please join
let
us.
me see. Okay, cool.
Yes, you're welcome. Very welcome.
That is Kate, Dr. Manka's daughter. So there you have a Bemba. I've recruited a Bemba for you. There you go.
Thank you.
So they can reach out to you and say, yeah, because I think we need to have representatives in every state. Let's have people from California, Arizona, New Mexico, and all those places so that this looks bigger. Okay, let's talk about 2025 agenda. We're going to begin. You have something coming up. First, to start with, you have a project coming up in Illinois, right? Could you please share with the audience what is coming up in Illinois?
Okay, so here in Illinois, we plan to give back to the community and to showcase our traditions, food, music, and we also want to show our children how we cut a chicken, for instance, because those are things that our children here don't know how to do. And then we'll teach how to cook our nshima, nibupi wa mwanja, So mwanja is cassava. So that's something that we want to do. And we'll show off our misisis and different ways of wearing our misisis, the ziva. And we want people to also come clad in their own traditional attires so that we can make it colorful. Yeah. So those are the plans that we have, and we want everyone to join us in making this thing beautiful. So there's a lot lined up, but for now, that's all I can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is going to be, is it going to be, should I presume, since it's Illinois, it's going to be in Chicago?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Chicago, yes.
That's interesting. I like the part where you say, show the children how to cut a chicken, because the American children, they will call animal services on you.
Oh, and I'm an expert on that.
Mommy's calling it. Mommy's dismembering a chicken. Why is it important? Why is that important? Somebody may think it's a very simple thing to say, teach a child how to cut a chicken. Why is that important?
Pastor Nathan, there's a skill. In fact, let me say that one of the very key aspects of this vision is to teach our children the culture, the tradition, the language. And there is a skill to cutting chicken. You don't just cut anyhow. And we want to teach our daughters the right way to cook, buhobe with wupi wa mwanja, and to cut the chicken nicely, so that they can represent us well when they become wives.
Now you just spoke in tongues a little bit. Wupi, what did you say again?
Wupi wa mwanja. That's in shima with cassava flour.
Oh,
yes.
Wow, that sounds like prophetic.
Wuhobe wa mwanja.
Okay.
Wuhobe is in shima.
So they need to learn how to cook that. So this is very interesting. So this is going to take place in Chicago, and what's the setup? Is it going to be at a park, in a hall, or they're going to be stations set up where you're cutting chicken? Kasa doing Shima here. How is this going to work? I'm interested in it. You need to convince me to buy a ticket to jump on the plane. How is this going to work?
Okay, so because we're planning to have it in summer, I think we'll have it outside. So plans are still underway, so we will not say much on that, but just know it's going to be in summer.
Okay, so it's going to be in the summer. All right. All right. Here comes the mother of all traditions, Pastor Pastor Chimpambe. She said, in Chicago, we are here to support Bomulamu. I don't even know whether there's such an expression, Bomulamu. But Chimpambe, you are making up words here now. You are making up words here now. Okay, so that is Chicago. Then there's something else that is you are working on. Okay. Everybody watching, we may not say so much on this because it's still in the works. We just wanted to provoke you and for you to get excited about what is coming. So there is a possibility, both here or that, this year, Kuomboka, finish the sentence.
Kuomboka members, friends, and family, tourists will go to Zambia and join the actual Kuomboka.
Wow.
So we want you to prepare yourselves. You have enough time. They've not yet announced when the Kuomboka will be, but once we know, we start planning and join the real thing. I can't wait.
Yes, everybody watching to Mom Theodora's statement, I know you might be saying, then why are you talking about something which you do not have the details? It's better we talk about it in January.
Yes.
So we just want to encourage everybody to start thinking, planning, and to be part of it. So immediately the word comes from the palace in Limununga. You see, I'm Lozi. I know how to pronounce these things.
You're doing very well.
So immediately we get that news from the Barot's Royal establishment when the ceremony is going to be this year. So the idea is to do what Bona Lukena, get everybody together, work out a package, and then
go. So we also want to use the opportunity to meet our representatives, the people that we represent back home. So, and then we have other plans of, we want to give back to the community back there. Okay. So we'll meet with people so that we can see what is the best way to do things and what we're going to do about giving back. And also we want to unite cultures. So we'll meet with other people from other tribes and see how best we can work together to give back to the community. So we that
is important. Sorry to cut you short because I need to say this right. Bashilubemba did attend Paramount Chief, the Chief Chitimukuru went to the Kuomboka ceremony last year, right?
Yes, he was the guest of honor.
He was the guest of honor. So to your point, Wona Lukena, you are also trying to move in that direction, right?
Exactly, yes. We want to work with other cultural groups to see how best we can give to our communities. So we cannot do this alone. So please join us in this move so that we can make this thing beautiful.
Okay. That's okay. I need here's a question here. Because somebody is asking a question. Derek says, as the Kuomboka Diaspora organization considered collaborating with the royal establishment to create a resource showcasing the cultural heritage. The reason he's asking that question is that it's, what's the word about Derek? Okay. Currently, high quality documentation such as pictures and videos is lacking online. That's the point.
Okay, we are working on that. And we're still in our
infancy.
So we're working on all that. We have a great executive team. They are highly skilled and they're working on that
All right. Yeah, because that is very important, because if the culture and the age that we are living in, it's an internet age. People, when somebody hears, this already, what I'm going to say. Somebody heard Kuomboka, what was the first thing they did? They went online and typed in Kuomboka to search what it is. Okay. So it's important for them to find well chronologically arranged information so that they are able to do. Dr. Mwaka, apart from the event in Illinois and the trip to attend the actual Kuomboka ceremony this year, what should we look forward to from the Kuomboka diasporas?
Thank you so much, Pastor Nathan. Every year, just like this year, we're going to Chicago and Zambia, God willing. Last year it was in Dallas. I think the states can look forward to something unique and creative. We're not going to only stick to Dallas. We want to promote this beautiful culture and tradition to literally across America and beyond. Who knows, the UK, we might come there, South Africa,
That would be good.
Yes.
That would be good. Any last words? Let's start with Wona Lukena, then we'll end with the president.
Okay, so I would like to invite everybody to our event. When everything is done and ready, we're going to announce. So please start getting ready. If you want to wear a musisi and you don't know where to have it made, please reach out to me or my colleagues. We're going to help you find someone to do that for you. And then remember also, you can wear anything. You can wear any other traditional outfits. Please come and let's enjoy and, do things together.
This is this summer, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Excellent. Dr. Mwaka, final word?
Thank you so much, first of all, Pastor Nathan, for this wonderful opportunity to share more about who we are. And again, we would really like people to take away that we're more than just a Lozi organization promoting Lozi culture and tradition. I love what our president said, that we are children of the same womb. We love our nation, Zambia. We love the entire Zambia and all the different cultures. And we look forward when others start, different things from their region. We are here to partner. We are here to support. We are here to promote. That's who we are as an organization.
Excellent. And finally, from Royal Highness,
the Queen.
The Queen.
I would like to thank you for giving us this opportunity. And also, I would like to thank all those who supported us during our two events, those who came, those who sponsored us, those who bought tickets. We recognize that, and we truly, truly appreciate it. Without you, we wouldn't have made it this far. Let's continue to do this and support and create more adventures which are beautiful for our country. Like I always say, you have your culture, reveal it to the world so that they can join us and we can all become one big family. Thank you.
That's right.
All this.
Yeah. All these other things, like, I know we've been joking about the Cinco de Mayo and all that stuff. Let's flood the internet and whatever social media platforms with Kuomboka.
Yes.
It's Zambian. There's nothing wrong with that. We in Chwala, all those things, and the Mutomboko. Let's all put it there. Let's do everything together. All right. So we have both you. I noticed you've got two Facebook pages, right? It's a Kuomboka Diasporas. What are the names of the Facebook page, social media platforms?
Kuomboka Diaspora. They are both Kuomboka Diasporas. The first one was Kuomboka Diaspora Cizo Science, which was attached to my account. But we created the main one, which
Okay.
just says Kuomboka Diasporas.
Okay, so what are those words in brackets there? CISO. What does that mean? Because every time I look at it, this is my opportunity to ask. I always see those words in Hebrew there in brackets. Like, what do those words mean?
It's heritage, our heritage. CISO
Our,
science. Yes.
our heritage.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody, thank you for joining us today. Please share the link to this show so that our community gets to understand what our Kuomboka Diaspora team and leadership has planned for us this year. And you definitely will expect to see me there. Like I said, if you want me to wear the Ziva, you have to put $1,000 seed down, and then I'll dress in the Ziva. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Lukena and Dr. Mwaka. It's always a joy to have you there. Have a great weekend. And everybody remember, let's celebrate Martin Luther King Day on Monday. Great heritage. All that is part of, our people of color culture. Right? Have a great weekend, my ladies.
Thank you.
Have a great one too.
All right, everybody, that was our show for today. I enjoyed having my sisters and discussing about Zambia's cultural heritage. Next week, I'm having the president of the African think tank joining us here, and we're going to have a great conversation. Thank you, everybody, and let's celebrate Martin Luther King Day.
Zambia Blog Talk Radio.